so I'm gonna get all kinds of. I'm gonna get all kinds of zigzagged and different minds. Anyways, so hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Gamer Gab or Gamers Gab. I don't know which one I had preferred. Today joining me is Vetcos.
Hello.
We are going to be talking about the video game called Grounded. So it is a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids survival game, I guess you would call it.
Yeah, I would definitely say strong emphasis on the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, because that's what, when you play it, that's what you're thinking of the whole time.
Right. So you are a group of 4 kids who got shrunk, and you're back in... I can't remember whose backyard they said it was. In the doctor's backyard?
I believe it is the scientists, the professors or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. And you are trying to make yourself normal sized. So you're running around and trying to find things as well as trying to survive. So you're fighting bugs, you're finding water, all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So Vetcos and I ended up playing the demo before it was fully released. And at first I was kind of like, I don't know about this game. And then I was kind of like, all right, let's play more. So I enjoy the game, but like sometimes I don't, because
I was curious where you were gonna go with your opinion on the game, because I've been thinking about it once you mentioned that was the point of the topic of discussion was Grounded. I'm like, how do I feel about the game? Because there's moments that it's fun, and then it's moments where it's like
right, because like some of the bugs are just really strong, and I get the point is to make better armor, but it's just like, to get better armor, you have to kill the stronger bugs. I believe the stink bug armor is the best armor. I can't remember. I haven't looked at the armor in so long. But it's just like, how am I gonna get the good armor if I can't even kill what I need?
It's such a nightmare. Like, we've played with up to 4 people at times, and killing any of the large bugs, a spider, stink bug, anything, it's a real challenge. And you have to balance challenge with fun, and at times it's just not always that much fun.
Right. So this game is different from other survival games because it's more of, like I said, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
And there's bugs, so you're eating bugs to survive. Where like a game like 7 Days to Die, you're actually running around and trying to find food and hunt and everything like that.
Yeah, the only thing you're hunting, I mean, you're hunting bugs like those little aphids and whatnot. What are the other ones? I just remember the aphids because those are always the cute ones that you didn't like killing.
Weevils.
Yeah, the weevils. That was
Sorry.
that was the other one.
My headset was dying, so I'll have to cut that part out. Or this part out. But I was like, crap! It went beep beep, and I'm like, no!
I was like, wait a minute. I was about to check my settings. I'm like, did I fuck that? Did I miss
No. I had to quickly try to plug my headset in so it doesn't die on me. But I honestly think they should make the bugs a little easier. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, maybe we just need to figure out the better armor before we go attack the other bugs. I don't know.
Well, I feel like at times, I don't know about how you felt, but there were times where it was very random, like what we were focusing on. Sometimes we would try and focus on one particular task, but then we get distracted, or because we didn't have the right armor, or in all honesty, some of these the locations, it was not intuitive as to where you go to get into them.
Right, like what was it, the hedge?
The hedge thing, that took us, because I remember, I think it was before the game officially came out, we were trying to figure it out. We couldn't freaking figure it out.
Yeah.
And then after the game came out, I think it was Frank or Max maybe, we kind of figured it out. And then it took us so long that we had to stop the stream early, but it was like it was not very intuitive as to where to go, as it's part of the main mission. I can understand side quests, but main mission it shouldn't be that annoying.
Exactly. And I think when we were demoing it, I don't think they had a lot of stuff open.
Correct.
And I don't think we realized that maybe. I don't know. I don't know if we were just checking wrong locations or like just maybe everything wasn't ready. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like this game, but like I think the reason why we haven't gone back to it is because I kind of prefer other survival games like 7 Days to Die or like Minecraft or something that doesn't require a whole lot of, well, you have to kill bugs to get this and get that to build this and build that.
Well, the majority of the crafting, you have to kill creatures. You can't like literally farm stuff.
Exactly. And it's hard to farm the bugs unless it's like something easy like a ladybug or
well,
like
the ladybugs aren't that easy.
Well, I mean, they're not as hard as spiders or stink bugs or bombarders.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say it's a bad game. It's just that I don't think it has the ability to captivate you, like keep you fully enthralled in it.
Right. It's definitely a different kind of survival game. It's not your normal survival game. I've only played Minecraft and 7 Days to Die. I know there's other survival games. Oh, there's Ark. We played a little bit of Ark, so it's definitely different than Ark 2 as well.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one. I was like, wait a minute. I know there's a survival game.
Yeah, but we only played. I think we only played like one thing of Ark.
Right. And I believe Subnautica is a survival game. I haven't played that one yet, so I can't really go off anything.
If that was a daggone multiplayer game, because I think that game's scarier than even any of the survival games we've played.
Oh yeah, that's funny. I haven't played it, so
yeah. Put yourself in a dark room and just let the ambiance. They had it where it's like proximity chat. That would be fantastic.
But there's also Green Hell, which I haven't touched, and We Starve or Starving. I know there's We Starve Together. Yeah, Don't Starve. Thank you. Yeah. I played that one. I haven't played Don't Starve Together, but I played Don't Starve, and that one was an interesting survival game too. But this game, Grounded, is just completely different than all of those. It's more farming of bug parts in order to build anything, but there's also the aspect of the story, so you have to run around to the different laboratories and get information and all that stuff. Like, I'm not gonna go into full details, like we don't give away the story, but yeah, so it's
sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I am glad that I'm not saying it's the perfect system, but they finally incorporated more of the I guess you could call like skill trees and whatnot in the game.
Oh yeah, that was a nice add.
Yes.
For sure. So you can level up your health and your endurance and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so you can build different things too.
Yes. So that was a good add-on when they finally finished the game.
Yeah. I have to agree. Then they had like different recipes and stuff too.
Yep. I believe so.
So that was for sure a nice add-on. Yeah, because I don't think they had much, like I said, when we were demoing it, which isn't surprising. I mean,
no, the only thing they had during the demo was it was kind of skills. It was like, oh, if you killed an ant so many times, you got the killer ant boost. I think what they called genetics or
the genetic boosts or whatever it is. Yeah.
You got those, but it wasn't until I think again when the game finally came out, that's when you could do the actually boost up your skills, and even I think have it where you could have more of those genetics, because I think you can only have 3 in the start.
Yeah, I believe so. I think you can still only have 3 because that's all I seem to have.
I could have sworn in the skill tree, but I think you could expand it to maybe 4. I don't know.
Oh, can you? I didn't even notice.
I'm remembering something like that. Cat. But
yeah, if you're looking for like a survival game that's more of like farming for animal parts in order to, I don't know, make armor to do more things
It
and
seems like
explore more, I guess.
it. I don't know. I think you're right when it comes down to some of the spider, because we haven't even played one of the boss critters yet.
No, we haven't.
And it's with how difficult. I couldn't even imagine playing this game solo.
Oh no, I couldn't either.
And I
There's
don't even
no
think
way.
we're not even playing it on a hard setting, if I'm not mistaken. We're playing it like normal.
Yeah, I think I have it on normal.
And again, killing 4, unless you have like really good strats. I mean, you have a good team that works together, but we kind of always, scatter. Like, oh my god!
Right, we just run away. We don't
Yeah.
actually stand there and fight it because we're all like, we can't beat this. Like,
Yeah.
nope, I'm not standing here.
But just the idea that there's bosses now, I'm like, oh my lord, we have trouble with the wolf spider or the what's it called, the orb spider.
Yeah.
What drove me nuts with the last time we played was the little orb spiders.
Oh yeah, the kind of little babies.
The little baby ones, because they were so hard for being little.
I know, that was weird.
I was like, these things are like little tanks.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what.
And they swarmed you.
Oh yeah.
It was bonkers.
I mean, I get that's what little spiders would do in real life, but they wouldn't be that hard to kill.
No, I mean, I expected them to be a little bit tougher than like those little white ones. I forgot what they're called, but I expected them to be a little bit tougher. I mean, it was like there'd be like 5 or 6 of them attacking us, and it took some significant hits to take them down.
Yeah. I think they made some of the bugs just a little too overkill.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's because they want you to get better armor and all that stuff, but it's just like, I don't really want to go farm ladybugs today. And that's the other thing, you can't always find the creatures that are wanting you to farm.
I remember, I think it was still during the beta testing. It was a nightmare for us to find, I think, was it the stink bug or the bombarder? It was one of those two. They looked very close. But like we had to farm them because I wanted to make that daggone jerky stand.
Oh, I remember that.
And I could not find the bug to save my life for the longest time. I don't know if that was addressed because we obviously had already gotten the parts by then, but
right.
How do you your opinion on this? When they finally came out with the full game, the fact that it started us over in the story, but it kept us all at the same gear. What were your thoughts on that?
It kind of bothered me, but at the same time, I get it because we didn't have the whole story. So it kind of makes sense as to like, we finished the story, so got to start it all over again.
Well, I was fine with it being started over. I was actually more annoyed that they started us over and they had kept everything.
True, yeah.
Because granted, when we first started playing, we kind of went, you set landmarkers everywhere.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, I'm not arguing, but the thing is like everything was already found or
right.
Our base was still there. So it's like it was nice, but also it was annoying at the same time. It's like I kind of wish
we would have started everything over. Yeah,
like complete wipe.
I mean, because we still would have put the base in the same spot and probably built it the same way, but
yeah, but I mean,
that's a good spot.
we started all over again. It's like we already had most of the stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and then there was the occasion. Did we have any bugs with the game? Like game bugs? When
we had a few. We had some where Beth disappeared. Like Beth was like, "I'm here," and I'm like, "Where? I don't see you." And I think you did that once too, or someone else did. Me, maybe? I don't know. I just remember someone going, "I'm here." Well, I can't see you.
Well, there's this. I think it happened even when they did the final launch, where it was weird because I would play the game. I'd be playing the game, but I couldn't interact with anything. And then you guys would see me in a completely different part of the map than where I thought I was at.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
And then all of a sudden, it's like it would fast forward me to where I was supposed to be. Like pardon me, it was like a really delayed sync in the game.
Yeah.
So it was they weren't horrible bugs. They weren't like game ending, like I'm done playing this game, but it was
All
definitely
right.
an
No.
annoyance.
Yeah, it was
Because-
definitely like, okay, I kind of need to, we need to like leave, or you need to leave, and we need to restart, kind of thing. But yeah, definitely some of the glitches were kind of like, really?
Yeah. And I mean, I kind of enjoyed the base building. I don't know.
Yeah, the base building was fun. I did like that.
I think one thing that would have been nice. I don't know of any other games that do this. I don't even know if 7 Days does this. I know only Minecraft that does this. Where if it was an option to have it where, I guess it's like a server where, like, you can go in and like, you could go in one day, do whatever the heck you want. I can go in, and then we could eventually coordinate to do like a big mission. But like, I just wanted to play and like build up my room or build up something.
Right. No, you can't do that with this one.
Yeah. Like that's, I think, not just for this game, but for a lot of these base building, survival, open sandbox types games, I think that is kind of a good thing to add.
Yeah.
Because there might be days where I can't hop on for a main mission, like, going for the hedge lab, but I might be able to come in for like an hour in the morning and knock out some little stuff for me, like to set up my gear and get prepared, and then we could coordinate for a big push.
Yeah. That's why I like the fact that I pay for my own Minecraft server, because, anybody can jump in whenever they want to.
Yeah.
And like just do whatever.
I think with a lot of these games where it is like this open sandbox, like they kind of need or should do that. But I mean, that's just something I was thinking about today when I was just thinking about games in general.
Right. Well, does it say you finished that mission? I wonder if you're not there. We haven't tried that, but like I wonder if like I don't know, I think because you're playing with the person, you like me, for example, if I'm like the main person that's inviting everybody, I think it counts for everybody.
Are you talking
that
about
it is finished and grounded.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking like in the achievements.
I don't know about the achievements, but I know like in tasks, I was pretty sure it would count as done, like going to the hedge maze if you weren't there, since I'm the main person. Where like with Borderlands, I think it's Wonderlands that did it, or Borderlands 3, that where if the main character finished it, it didn't count for you. You had to know that was Fallout 76. If the main character finished something, it didn't count for you anymore. You had to go do it yourself.
Yeah, Fallout 76. There's several games I played last year where, when it came down to syncing missions between players, it was very broken, and it caused me to be unhappy with the gameplay. I don't know. I think this one.
I don't think Grounded does that.
I don't think it did that. I think it did a pretty good job about if we completed the mission, even if it was on you or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it was good at, what's that word I'm searching for? Syncing, I guess, the missions? Sharing the missions amongst different team members? I think it did an okay job with that.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember that being an issue, because I'm very vocal when I'm playing with anyone else on these other games, where if the missions don't sync up properly, that's usually a huge reason I can't play. Like, that's why I gave up on Elder Scrolls Online with my friends, because there was no sharing of missions.
Oh, that sucks.
It was a fun game, but when it came down to sharing missions and like teaming up, it was horrible. I hated it.
Yeah. That's kind of what Fallout 76 did. It's still doing that too. I think they still have it put up, which we will be covering a Fallout 76 topic here in the future.
Okay.
Doing another one or a re-update with you, Gonzo, and then I'm hoping my friend Red, if he ever can join again. He has a kid now, so he hasn't really been able to do anything.
They do that.
So we can talk about Fallout 76 for sure and another topic. So, because I would like to redo that, just like I want to bring my friend Crosis back on to re-talk about Destiny 2, since that's a really old episode that's posted as well.
Oh,
So,
I mean,
so yeah, that's my goal for this year, is to try to do as many of these as possible and re-get my gamer gab back up and running. So,
well, I mean, well, I'll leave that for a sidebar conversation.
but so what I like about survival games is, like, I don't think we covered this part yet. I like the fact that, like, I can pretend to be in, that kind of world instead of having to actually live it. You know what I mean? Like, just pretend to be like, yeah, okay, so I have to survive off everything, scrap everything. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like the apocalypse. Like, I don't ever want that to come true, but it's just like, you can just take the game and pretend.
As someone that has gone through survival training, yes, I will concur with that. I would much rather not have to eat bugs or anything like that. But no, I mean, that is and that's obviously this game is not remotely realistic. But games like
none of them are. None of the survival games really are.
No, but the thing is, if they were to become trooper, oh my god, I haven't even been drinking.
No, you're good.
If they had not been, if they were super realistic, it'd be boring because all it would be is grinding.
Right.
And that's why I don't like streaming a lot of these survival games. Typically, is a lot of it's grinding. So, I mean, you have to stock. I mean, whether it's this game, 7 Days to Die, if you have a big mission, you have to grind to get prepared because you don't want to go into it, cocked. You want to go in, I want the best kit. I want everything that could possibly go wrong. I want to be prepared for.
Yeah.
And you will spend hours. I mean, I'm glad in this game there are some things that you can build to automate, like not really automate, but like I'll use the
make it easier.
Yeah, making like the rope and the spider silk. You can craft it individually, but it's not very optimized. But then you build the little loom thing, and you can make it. It takes longer, but it builds it. You can queue up multiples.
Right. That's kind of why I like the spiderweb raindrop catch it things or dew catchers. Because like when you need water, granted it takes a while for it to restock, but it's there.
Yes.
Like you don't have to keep running out and going, oh no, I'm out of water, I'm gonna die. Where's the closest juice box that might have water? Or, oh, I gotta remember to knock down the water off of the grass and hope that it doesn't, splash 20 feet away from me or whatever. So that's kind of nice. That's the other thing I like about Fallout 76 too, is you can do the same thing. You can build the water things and like the wheat and the grass.
Yes.
Or the wheat and the berries and all that. 7 Days to Die has similar, but not for water. It's mostly just for food.
Yeah, but the farming in 7 Days to Die, as we've talked about when we streamed it, has been very kind of meh.
Yeah, it's definitely slow.
And the farming in Grounded, you're well, that I'm tracking. You might know something that I don't. You can't grow food necessarily.
No.
Like you can grow like the mushrooms, but the mushrooms aren't really meant to be eaten directly. They're meant to be put into that weird not the smoothie maker, but it's the
slurry.
Slurry, thank you.
Yes.
And some of that's edible, and then some of it's used for building.
Right.
But you can't grow the berries.
No.
You can't grow. Is there any other edible things?
There's acorns.
Yeah, you can't grow those things.
No, because those fall off the tree.
Correct. But I mean, it's not easy to. I mean, you have to go to certain regions to get them, and it can be tedious. It'd be nice. I don't know how you could do it necessarily, with the scope of the game, but you can't farm actual fruits and veggies and whatnot.
No.
You're
That's
quite
one
literally
thing. Huh?
You're rather limited on your farming capabilities on your base.
Right, that's one thing I wish they would change. Like it's so difficult to make sure you have enough food to survive, I feel like, in that game, especially if you have a large group, because like
Yes.
The only thing you can eat pretty much are aphids, or if you want like berries, because I guess you can eat berries, can't you? Or is that leather? No, the berries just make leather.
Yeah, the berries you can't even eat. Which is
No.
really weird.
Yeah. So like the only thing you can eat is aphids. What were the other ones? You can eat aphids, mushrooms, acorn pieces. Weevils.
Yeah, and the they're not maggots, but they're grubs.
Grubs. You can eat the grubs?
I believe so. I think there's grub meat, or it's like a grub juice that goes into
the smoothies.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's certain things you can make in smoothies, but there's really not that much you can eat in that game, and it just like blows my mind because I'm like, there should be more to eat. Like we should be able to eat the berries, like you were saying, instead of just using those for leather. We should be able to eat those. I don't think we can eat them. I think we can only turn them into leather.
That's all you can do, and it's weird. I would like to have seen there more farming because there's always, whenever you play, especially if you've been lucky to have at times like all 4 character slots filled.
Right.
But sometimes
even then it makes it harder to like eat and survive because like if one of us is hungry and it's like don't know if there's enough food to feed everybody.
But like, so when we've played Minecraft and 7 Days to Die, like we almost always have roles. Like I've always picked to be the farmer/hunter.
Right.
And you're always choosing to be the cook, and one of the other guys or both guys are also typically the inventors. They're building everything. So in this game, it's really hard because there's not many real role, like kind of like, especially if you spec into certain categories or have those certain armors like the ant armor. So I could put on the ant armor and go out and harvest all the twigs, all the grass pieces, whatever they were called, blades of grass. I could do that, but I mean, I don't feel it's the same as with other survivals where I could literally like create a farm and produce a farm to prepare us for a dungeon or whatever we want to call it.
Right. Yeah, Did you play Minecraft? I don't remember you playing Minecraft with us.
I did. I never played on your server.
Oh, okay.
But I have played Minecraft with you. It's not a game that I'm super into.
Right.
So.
I was like, wait, did you play Minecraft?
Well, that's always been my challenge. Like some survival games, like, I don't know, like, again, it's that balance of like, how much grinding do you have to do in order to achieve missions? I don't know.
Right. With Minecraft, it's mostly just building and surviving. There really isn't missions on it. Yeah. We did start a new 7 Days to Die server. That's just survival. I'm trying to get the other ones to transfer over from this VC to the other VC, but they're being difficult.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure that out. But yeah, I feel like Grounded is lacking with the food survival.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, especially if you want 4 people, because like when we started trying to add more people besides us, it started getting real difficult to make sure we had enough food to cover everybody, and it's like, well,
yeah, because we only had 1 dehydration or 1 drying rack, and again, I think that required the stink bugs, which were a pain in the butt to kill. So it's like, and you can only put 3 pieces of meat or whatever on it.
4. 3 or 4.
Yeah. So it's very limited.
Yeah.
But then you lose water and your food drops like crazy.
Oh yeah.
And that's like, in 7 Days to Die, where it's like all of a sudden like, damn, I'm hungry and thirsty again.
Right.
And the controls, like I feel that the controls in the game, like the sorting and the hotkeys and the hot tab bar, I think it's a bit wonky. Like in order for me to, I think, repair something, I had to remove it from the hot key bar, put it into my normal inventory, and then I could repair it. I couldn't repair it if I was actively having it in my hotbar.
Yeah,
I could
no,
understand maybe not use it, but it couldn't even be in my hotbar.
but yeah, I don't like that either. I hate the fact that I have to remove it and then be like, okay, fix this. Okay, now put it back in. Yeah, no, I don't like that feature either. That feature bothers me a little bit. I'm like, I get they're trying not to be like every other survival game where, you're holding it so you can fix it, but like that's one of the best qualities I feel like about a survival game is if you need to fix something, you gotta do it now, and it's like, okay, it's already here, fixed, done.
Yeah, but I mean, as I said, I can understand. Like, I can understand you not being able to fix it if it's actively like in use, like in your hand. Like, if I have the spear in my
Well,
hand,
right, yeah.
you just have to switch to a different weapon. That makes sense. But you have to go into the menu, remove it from the hotbar into your main. Which the other funny thing, which I don't really care for, is that there is it still takes up your inventory. It's like it's hotbarred into your inventory.
Right, but it's still in your inventory. Like it still looks like it's in your inventory. Yeah.
But then you have to completely remove it from the hotbar. It's still in your inventory, but you still have to like completely remove it for it to be something that you can repair.
Yep. I found that odd too.
Yeah, it was not fun to deal with.
Yeah. I don't know, it's weird. It's definitely weird.
Yeah.
I have to agree. I feel like it'd be a lot easier, if we can.
Were there any ways to expand the inventory? I don't remember if we could make backpacks or not.
I can't remember.
I don't think there was.
I don't know. There needs to be an option though to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, for Grounded, you really don't need to carry a lot of stuff like you do in some other survival games if you're going somewhere. But like, just being able to carry more would be nice in case you're out somewhere and you're really far from home. Because the Grounded map is huge, so like, it'd be nice to be able to have more instead of going, well, crap, now I gotta run all the way back home. I have to mark this spot so I know where it is, and then come all the way back.
Yeah.
No. And I don't like the fact that there's not an option to not lose your inventory. Because they have that option in 7 Days to Die in Minecraft, where if you die, you can keep your inventory. I don't think I've seen that option in Grounded, unless I've missed it.
No, you have to go back and get it. And
yeah, which is also difficult, because if it's where the bug still is, you're effed. You got no weapons, you got nothing, because everything's on your person.
Yes.
That's the other thing I don't like. The bug should leave that area so you can come back to get your stuff.
It makes it very, especially if like you're in the middle of a dungeon, or what would be nice if you couldn't do that. What would be at least nice is if your partners could pick up your bag without it filling their inventory.
Yeah.
Like they could pick up the bag. It would be the backpack would be in their inventory slot, and then they could come back and dump it off for you to grab later. That would be nice, because there's definitely been moments in time where just one of us kicks the bucket, and it would be nice that if one of our teammates could just grab our gear and go.
Right. I have to agree with you.
Because there's a lot of other games that I play that is an option. My buddies and I are returning to playing Escape from Tarkov, and when you die, you lose all your gear. Period. Like there is no way of getting it back.
Yeah.
So what a lot of them will do is they might take your backpack or your favorite gun or whatever, and they'll put it in their inventory. Like they can take your entire backpack and put it in their backpack to take back and give it to you. Give you your prized possessions if they are actually your friends.
Right. That's nice, though.
Yeah.
And that would be a nice option. I forgot that was the other thing I really hated about Grounded was the fact, like, when you died, your stuff is, like, it's just, you can't get it back because the bug just won't leave.
Yeah, well, especially with some of those swarms or the spider dens. And then there was the issue of, and I mean, I don't want to detract from the fact that, I mean, it is a survival game and it is supposed to be, bugs and whatnot. But it's like,
right.
Okay, I lost my bag underground somewhere. I don't know where to find it.
Right.
It is not an easily.
It isn't.
And I don't know. I mean, the only other way I could think of would be you would have to set markers at every entrance to like kind of guide a person through.
Right. You'd have to put a marker at like this anthill, a marker at this larva entrance in order to remember which place you were at to go back underground to get your bag.
And I think it would be nice both in the HUD and in the map, like to pull up the map, to have it where, because I don't think this is a feature, to have it where the markers can be turned off.
You know, that's not a
Because
feature.
I'd be looking around the map and I see all those markers. I'm like, I don't care about that stuff right now. I'm just looking for our quest line where we need to go. And there's no way to turn off the markers.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, granted, I put too many markers, but I could probably get rid of some of them because we actually don't need the juice and like water ones anymore since we're producing our own water.
Correct.
But the food ones are kind of nice because like some of them we didn't have, the proper hammer or whatever. So it's like, well, we need to eat, so I'm just gonna mark this here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can come back for food when we have the proper hammer. That's the other thing that bothers me too. I forgot to bring this up.
What?
The weapons. In order to create better weapons, some of them you do need to kill bugs for. And it's like, okay, I get it. But y'all are saying I need to kill a really hard bug in order to get this really good weapon. To kill other harder bugs. And it's like, this makes no sense.
Not only that, but the realism, like, for the hammer. The level 2 hammer, you need to have blueberry leather. And it doesn't make sense, and maybe I'm just being picky, to make a hammer or a mallet out of blueberry to be a level 2 hammer compared to the stone hammer that you have before.
Right.
To me, it doesn't make sense. Granted, yeah, the berries are harder to find because you have to go into that bush and you had to like shoot them down if they didn't already fall down and whatnot. But it's like,
yeah, I'm dealing with spiders that are in there.
And you need a particular, like, you have to use a knife in order to cut particular grass, but you can use a hatchet or an axe or whatever to cut other grass. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
It's kind of weird.
It is kind of weird. I always thought that was odd. Like, it's like, oh, here's mints. Well, you can't hit the mints with this. You need a level 2 hammer, and it's like, but I can't make a level 2 hammer unless I go find this.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, let's go track halfway across the map to go get it. So, it's not a bad game, everybody. It's just, it's a lot of work if you want to do this game. That's pretty much all we're saying. Is like, it's a lot of work.
It can be tedious, yes.
Yes. It's a lot of work and a lot of running around and like, okay, I need this. Well, where's this bug? Or I need this. Where is this bug? So
one good thing, I will plug this, and this is more so for you, Trin, is for you to have, if you have arachnophobic tendencies, being able to turn the spiders into orbs.
Yes, I forgot to mention that. You can turn the spiders off. There is a arachnophobia thing where you can turn the spiders off and they're just like floating little balls. Or whatever.
The thing is, to me, the spiders themselves aren't scary. I mean, they're scary because I know they're harder to kill. It's the dang sounds that they make. It's like, what the heck?
I don't like spiders. So
which is funny. It's you don't like bugs or spiders, and you're playing Grounded. Like, you don't like bugs at all. Like, I heard you bugs. Scream because there's one of those little like stink bugs or whatever on your keyboard.
Yes, landing on my hand, landing on my keyboard, landing on my microphone stand. Yes, no, I hate bugs. I think it's because it's a video game. That's probably why it doesn't bother me. Because I'm like, this isn't real. They're not real. I can kill them.
But in real life, you can kill them too.
I'm too scared to kill them in real life. I run away screaming. I have Gonzo come to him. Like, get it. Get the bug. Or I have my dad. My dad gets giant spiders in his basement. And I'm always like, Dad, spider. I'll literally like run up while I have half of my laundry in the washing machine. Just be like, Dad, there's a spider.
I freaked out because of the spider, because there's this, I won't say it was giant, but it was probably with its legs the size of my palm of my hand. Like,
oh my goodness. No, thank you.
With its legs. And it was right behind my bed.
No,
like,
thank you.
I was moving my bed around to like readjust things, and it just started crawling on the wall. Like, I was like, oh, shoot. I can't let you live in here.
No.
You're going to have to die.
Yes. Some people are like, "Oh, don't be mean. Let them outside." I'm like, "No, they don't belong in my house. They should know this.
Yeah,
Don't come in here."
daddy long legs are okay. They're small. This was not a small, like, this thing was ginormous.
Right.
Kentucky is not known for having big spiders. Not that I know of.
Oh, weird.
So, like, this thing was big. I'm like, yeah, this thing's gonna die.
Yeah.
Like,
No, thank you.
so yeah, you being afraid of bugs and playing grounded is kind of ironic.
Right.
Ugh.
But I mean, it's not a bad game if you like games that you have to grind on or run around to find stuff or whatever, or just try to play through the story and not even worry about. We
I
haven't
don't
tried
feel like
that part yet, but
the story's not really enthralling to me.
it is to me, but it isn't. Like, it is to me just because, like, I want to be big again. I'm more on the mindset of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
It's because you're
Like,
small.
let's go!
This game strikes a personal chord with me.
Yes.
I'm tired of being little.
Um, no, it's just, I just want to know how to get back
Yeah.
to not being Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That's kind of what I'm focused on.
Mm.
Other than that, the story's kind of like blah. Because
Yeah.
I don't know, just listening to some of the recordings, and it's like, why were you doing that experiment in the first place? Like, that's kind of dumb, you know?
Well, you can even equate it to like Fallout 76 when it first came out, and it was nothing but the recordings. Like, there
Yeah.
was no NPCs. This is kind of the same. There is no, besides Burgle,
Right.
there is no other things to interact with. There is no side quest necessarily. There is
no NPCs.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, it's pure survival in the sense that it's just you and 3 other players
Yep.
potentially. But all you can do is those missions
Yes.
that Burgle gives you.
Oh, yeah.
So that does. I mean, that means you can focus more on creativity. But I don't know. I like the idea of being able to do side missions. I'm always the side missions guy.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Blur. There is this stuff called science around in the game that you collect to upgrade your stuff. That's what we were talking about earlier. We forgot to mention what it was that upgraded it, but they now have a thing where you can, find science and then you can upgrade your person individually. There's also mega molars.
Yes,
I said it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
That you can go. They're really hard to find. I mean, like, we've never found them out in the open. They've literally been like hidden in a corner, hidden under stuff. But you can break those and also get those to use to upgrade.
With a level 2 hammer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think those are the ones you upgrade your health with. I think the science you use to buy stuff. Yes.
So the science is for buying like plans and whatnot from Burgle.
Yeah.
I almost said it too. The mega molars.
It's kind of hard not to say, really.
It's really hard because now it's like stuck in my head, and you see it on social media all the freaking time. It's like, gotta be careful. So the mega molars,
yes,
are used, I believe, for like either health, stamina, or personal stats.
Yes. Oh my, we forgot to mention that because we were talking about the upgrades, and then we forgot to mention how to upgrade. I was like, wait a minute.
The molars. Molars. Yes.
So you'll have to run around the whole map to find those too. They give you a science indicator, but half the time you're just running around with it beeping, and you're like, I don't know where this is. So
well, because there's also no depth.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, it doesn't tell you if it's underground, if it's up above your head. Like, it doesn't tell you anything.
It's in that one point in the map from 100 feet up in the air to 200 feet down below. There is science there, but you also don't know where, vertical, horizontal, anything, and you don't know anything. Like, it would be nice if it had a directional icon.
Right, I agree.
Or, again, above you, below you, something along those lines. I think that would be a good benefit to that, because just having it beep, I mean, you might as well just have it where the science, when you're within a certain proximity of it, you might as well just make it have like an aura sound. That would make a lot more sense. Like in most video games, what was it that I was playing? Final Final Fantasy 15. I was just playing that the other day. When you come close to certain things, or not Resident, Assassin's Creed. I was playing Assassin's Creed. When you come close to chest or whatever, you can hear something.
Oh, they do that in Fallout 76 too. If you have that perk.
Oh, okay, yeah. Make it a perk in the game. I don't think it's a perk that you can even have, but it's like where instead of that stupid machine just beeping whenever it's like anywhere in the map, like it'd be better if the science, the molars, all those, they had a slight audible sound when you're near it, like literally near it, not again a couple 100 feet. Yes, cat, I know. A couple 100 feet above it or whatever. Because it being underground is not beneficial because you have no idea where the entry point to that cave is.
Exactly. You're literally running around guessing, like, where is the entrance to this cave?
Also, I don't like the map.
Yeah, I don't either. The map is... it's okay, so, like, I'll explain the map. Because, this is audio. Yeah. It's mostly just, like, areas are boxed off. So, like, some of them are shapes. Some of them are just, like, giant rectangles. Some of them are squares. And, like, that's your map. Like, this area is a giant square. And it's like, well, what's the details? Like, what does it actually look like there?
Not only, like, no. And it's all red.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just lines. Like, there's no way of really, like, clearly distincting. It's not distinct as to where things are. It's like it's just this. It makes me think of like an old video game map, like back in like the 90s, like where it's just like lines on a thing and it's like not a picture.
Yeah, it doesn't even show you the entrances to the caves, the entrances to the labs, nothing. It's just here you go.
And also, I don't remember. I don't know if you've seen this, but I could have sworn it was a pain in the rear end when it comes down to like finding out where people were going on that, like your your buddies.
Oh yeah, I don't think you can see your friends' waypoints.
You can't see it's tricky with their waypoints.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Or you can't change it easily. It was really weird.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't like that either. That should have been a little easier of a feature, for sure.
Sit down, princess.
But yeah, it's just, again, it's not a bad game. It really isn't.
It could use some tweaks.
It could just, there's just certain things that could be fixed. If you
can find it for maybe $10, it's a bargain.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't pay full price for this game. Definitely not. I don't think we did. I think we got it cheap because that was the demo beta or whatever.
I believe you're correct.
But yeah, if you like a game that's grinding, lots of running around, and like absolutely not much help with surviving, where you have to put in all the work, then this would be your kind of game.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. Other than that, I really got nothing else to say about this game.
I mean, I would never want to play it by myself. I'll tell you that much.
No.
The only way I would ever play this game is if I had preferably a full team, but at least, a couple other people. And that's not just because of how difficult it is, but because it would just be boring, I think.
Right. Yeah, definitely wouldn't play this alone. It's not like Minecraft or Fallout 76 or like 7 Days to Die where you can play it alone. Heck, even 7 Days to Die, I think you can turn off the zombies too and play by yourself.
Yeah.
If you just want a pure on survival game with no zombies, I think you can actually turn off the enemies. But yeah, this is not that kind of game. You can't turn off the enemies. You can't grow food. So if you're not wanting a game that's more like, I guess, close to surreal survival, this would not be it.
It's a fun campy game, and again, good with other people.
Right. Definitely don't play it alone. Play with other people. It's definitely funny playing with other people. Yes. Especially if there's glitches, like when Beth disappeared. That was great. I'm standing right here. I don't see you. That's hilarious. But I'm standing right here. I don't see you, but I see you. Well, good. I'm glad you see me, but I don't see you. And it's fun playing on the trampolines. I forgot you can actually make trampolines and basketball hoops. Even though
I was wondering when you
really,
were going to mention that.
you can't really use the basketball hoops, but you can build trampolines.
Well, and
those
all
are
right,
fun to jump on.
That's another thing. Like, so there's the trampolines. I think there's zip lines. We never made the zip lines.
No.
And then there's the the basketball hoop. I don't know what the heck the purpose of that is.
Right, you can't make a basketball and throw basketball hoops.
Yeah. So some of the crafting when it comes down to the base building is meh.
Yeah.
Heck, I'm mad that I can't even make a daggone sign that says vet causes room.
I know. I forgot about that too. You can't even
Yeah.
You can't make signs that say rooms. You can just make signs and that's it.
But it's like a spider or like, okay, that's not the same.
Right. Like my room's the spider room. Your room can be the ladybug room. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like it's not where like Minecraft where you can make a sign and then put like words and letters on it and stuff. Or 7 Days to Die where you can make a box and then put, what the name of the box is.
Yeah. That would be a feature that also I think just again it's not that hard, just allow there to be some kind of text.
Right, because it's like I get you're surviving with friends, but y'all don't want to share the same room. I want my own room. I know everyone else wants their own room.
they at least I don't think they made it so that it's text. I think it's just shapes. But
I think so. I don't know.
With labeling the boxes.
Oh yeah, there's no labeling of the boxes either. That would be nice too.
Yeah,
I hate trying to go into one and going, I don't know what this I don't know what this one is.
I think
this is not what I wanted.
Is like you can put like a food icon on it or whatever. You can't actually say what it is.
Right,
and
that'd be
then
nice.
There's the armor racks are nice though. I do like those because you can put your full set and then you can just press and hold the button and you completely swap out your armor.
Oh yeah, they did that great. That was a good idea.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you can make the armor dummies, but it sucks. I think that's also you need the berry. Don't you need the berries or something special to make that too?
You need clay.
Clay, okay.
Yeah.
Clay is not that hard to get, but it's a little difficult to find because it's only in certain spots.
Yeah, it's the main area that I found it was that daggone pond puddle whatever thing.
Yeah. So that was a little difficult too, but it's not terrible.
Yeah.
I wish they had a way where we could collect dirty water and boil it. That would have been a nice added feature too.
Agreed. There, because you could drink bad water, but it's not good for you. But there's no way to purify it.
Right, it makes you sick. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, the sickness goes away, but still.
And if you could you could harvest all these other things. Like, why can't you harvest? I don't know, metal from a drop trowel tool? I don't know.
Right,
to make a container to boil the water in or something. I don't know.
Right, we forgot to mention that. There's also like a baseball, there's like toys in the yard. Like it's your typical yard. So it's like they should have made those things
but you can't harvest
to tear down. Yeah, you can't. They just sit there. And it's like, okay, cool decoration, but like this is a survival game. I need materials. Can I use this for something? Like thank you, but they at least let us get the mints. That made me happy.
Yeah.
But it's not food, it's candy. Like
not only that, but it's kind of weird that you can make fire, but there's no collection of firewood.
Right.
That's
isn't the excuse me. Isn't there like vitamins or something? Or is that just the mints that I was thinking that looked like vitamin shapes?
I think there's only the mints and then the smoothies are what you do for like your different status boost, but I think there's only the mints. But I mean, you can harvest like the hot dog, and you have the soda cans out there that you can harvest from. But like, you can't harvest from the other things at all.
Right.
And in the beginning, trying to get clean water, like you had to hopefully find those little droplets. That's it, or soda.
Yeah. That would have been a nice added feature. Is being able to boil the water.
It would have. I think that would have been a better. I mean, that's kind of like a not critical, but an essential thing of any survival game is like, oh, basically you have to boil water.
Yeah.
Ooh, pardon me.
That would have been nice.
But I mean, as I said, for the price that we paid for it, it's not a horrible game, but it's
No.
it I mean, obviously, wasn't even wouldn't be considered a contester for like game of the year. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. So again, that's what you're saying. If you like a game that's grinding, kind of struggling, but kind of fun-ish. I just say fun-ish because like we haven't gone back to it because of the fact that like getting to all of those pieces and doing that hedge lab was just and then the underwater lab was
there's just not enough in there to keep you like fully engaged.
Right.
Like it's not a game that's like, oh my god, I can't wait to get into it the next day to do that. Like I can't honestly say that I thought like that at all in this game.
No, I have not. I did when we did the demo, but that's only because
it was new.
It was new. We weren't focused. We weren't, too focused on trying to survive or work on the story. It was more of let's learn this game, figure things out.
Yeah.
How does this game work, kind of thing. Because it was new, and then like now that they fully finished it and we've gotten a taste of it, it's like,
yeah, it just doesn't have staying power.
No, it does not. Definitely not at all. So, but again, if you want the game, I'd wait till it's on sale on Steam or wherever you can play it. I think it's Steam and Xbox. I don't know if PlayStation has it. But I'd wait till it's on sale. Try to get some friends to join you. Don't play by yourself. Not worth it. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's just pretty much it. That's all I've got. That's all I got to add. So
it's $26.79 on Steam right now. So I would say, yeah, wait for a sale.
Yeah, definitely wait for a sale. It's not worth $26. Not some mean to the creators and the devs and all the people that I know deserve that money, but they just need to tweak a few things, and I feel like it would make it a little better.
Yeah,
for sure, and make it worth that $26. But I know they were trying to do something different. I'm assuming that's what they were going for, was something, different and unique from all the other survival games.
The storyline or the idea, like again, the Honey I Shrunk the Kids is it's cute and campy and definitely brings back,
nostalgia.
Older people, 1990s nostalgia.
But I feel like Honey I Shrunk the Kids would be way more accurate with the survival. Like, I don't know, just. I feel like they would have been able to survive easier. I don't think the bugs would have been that hard to kill. And they befriended an ant. We don't befriend ants in this game.
If we ride ants, if we could have an ant mount, I mean, come on, that'd be great.
So if they made it a little bit more like Honey I Shrunk the Kids, not so much hard killing people and eating and surviving, then we'd be good.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So I hope everyone enjoyed this long episode of rambling on about the game and things we don't like really more than what we like, but
yeah, we'll pick a game that we like later.
Right. But again, if you want Grounded, wait till it's on sale. Don't not try it out because of the things we said we didn't like. Maybe you'll like them, maybe you won't. Don't know. I mean, make your own decisions. It is your life. You do your thing. But once again, thank you to Vet Cause for joining me, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And we will see you later.
Bye-bye.